everyone, it's Katie from Canford Heath Library again. I just thought that if some of you like me are stuck at home with the little ones looking for things to do, and perhaps you don't have a lot of crafty bits about but you want to do an Easter activity with the children, then I'd show you how to make this really quick and simple Easter tree. You don't need a lot of stuff, a lot of fancy things. You don't need loads of expensive craft materials. You just need a bucket, something to stick your tree in, your sticks in, some sticks from the garden or the forest, and any kind of paper that you've got lying around the house. So that can just be white paper that you decorate yourself, or I've managed to raid my tissue paper box that I've got. Anything really. The stronger the paper, probably the better, but I've had to use tissue paper because I didn't have anything else. You also need a brush to paint with, some glue, either some PVA glue or Pritt stick, and a pair of scissors and a piece of string or some wool, or anything that you can use as a hanging material really. Some ribbon, anything like that would do, so not very much at all. It's really straightforward. You start with your sheet of paper. I folded that in 2, fold it in 4, fold it in 6. There we go. I'm just going to get rid of the one I did earlier, make it a bit simpler. So that's now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, 6 sheets to it, and then once I've got the 6, I just fold it in half, and you can either draw using a pencil half an egg, or you can freestyle it with your scissors depending on how confident you are. And I cut out half an egg. Leaving that behind. And you should have how many sheets? 8 eggs all together in a pile like that. And it just means that if by doing it like that, you've cut them all the same size and shape. You can cut them out all individually if that's a lot less complicated than folding the tissue, folding the paper 6 times over. It's completely up to you, but I just do it that way to make sure that everything's the same size. Right, so put those under there because it's a bit windy today. What you need to do is start with your first egg, making sure that the print that you've got, if you have got a print on one side and nothing on the back, making sure that the print's folded into the middle, because that's the bit that you're going to see on the inside. So the bit that you're sticking should be the plain bit and the pattern on the inside. All you do is get your semicircle, fold it in half, place glue all around the semicircle edge. If you're using PVA, it's probably best to go a little bit sparingly, unlike what I did earlier and ended up with a really soggy egg. So just a few little dabs. Place that down. Again, fold your next sheet of paper in half, making sure the pattern's on the middle. Get the one that you've glued and just stick it on top. Don't know if you can see that. So the idea is that you're sticking two sides of the egg together. Just do that again, make it a bit neater. Okay, so you've got your semicircles and 2 sides are glued together, and you just keep repeating that all the way around. So I'll just keep doing that now, and I'm going to do that as quickly as I can. The other thing to remember is that depending on how you do your egg, is to make sure that you get your egg pieces stuck together the right way around. So my eggs normally have a slightly pointier top, and if you end up matching them up together and they're slightly misaligned, so you just need to. But if you end up sticking sticking it to each other the wrong way around, you just have to get your scissors out and trim it all. It's not an issue. Just dabbing glue on the one that's on my knee or on the table, folding the other one in half and sticking it down. Dabbing that with glue, folding it in half, making sure the pattern's in the middle, lining it up and sticking it down. This is really quick and simple to do, and I've got 2 children, 3 and 5, and they've had a go at doing it, and they found it really easy. It's a little bit fiddly. Oh, just glued the wrong one. See, I've started gluing that one. You should glue the one that's on the table. It's the easiest way to do it. Glue the one that's down, and then you can just stick the other one on the top. And they found this really easy to do. And it doesn't take that long, because as you know, if you've got children, attention span is not that good. So, right, those are all my pieces all stuck together. I'm just going to come a bit closer so I can show you. Tripping over the table. Right, I've got my semicircles and they're all stuck together, half and half. And all I need to do, especially because I've used PVA glue on tissue paper, is just get them all separated and make sure they're all not stuck together. I don't know if you can see that. Separate them all out. And you should start to see the egg forming. And this is where it gets a little bit fiddly if you're doing it with children. But again, if you were using cardboard or a thicker paper, it's a lot less fiddly. The paper doesn't get as wet, things don't stick together as much. But this is probably the most complicated part of it, which is to get your piece of string just as much as you want for your loop. Take a pair of scissors. Get your glue. And in between the 2 sides that haven't been stuck together yet, so they should both be plain sides, put a little bit of glue for the string and glue your semicircle edges like you did last time. Pop your string in like that, fold it over together, give it a good press so it all sticks together nicely, or badly, depending on whether you're like me or not. Give it all a good squeeze together, and then she says, oh, one of my eggs has flown away. Once you've got it all sorted out, all glued, it just needs to dry, and then you should have, just give it a good squeeze around the top there, a nice Easter egg for your tree. It's really quick and easy. You pop it on the sticks that you've got. That'll keep them entertained for a little while. Anyway, thanks very much.